Hi, my name is Itari. I'm from Nigeria. I'm an international student here at Mason. I went to Costa Rica this summer and I acted as a volunteer or intern at 2 placements. I worked in the school and I also worked in a therapy center. Okay, so in Costa Rica, there was this time with my host family. I had 2 host families. So this is the second host family. We went to this place called Turrialba in Cartago. And I went rafting. The head of the boat, the instructor, he was only speaking Spanish instructions. And there was this one time I actually fell out of the boat, and it was very dramatic and everything, but it was a great time. I had a fun time. All right, so the best food I had when I was there was it was gallo pinto. It's the breakfast food that they have in Costa Rica. It's basically black beans with rice and plantains that they like air fry, and it's just so good. Like, it's so like, sour cream is cold, and then but the eggs and it's just a lot of flavors in one place, and it was just okay. So a challenge I had was, first things first, the language barrier. Before I went to Costa Rica, I hadn't spoken a lick of Spanish in my entire life. The people I worked with and the first host family I had, they weren't really that patient with me at first, but the second host family I had, and over time, the people I worked with became more patient, and like my Spanish got better because of that support. Okay, so an impact going to Costa Rica had on me is just like kind of understanding that the world is bigger than me. Kind of just learning that like there's a lot happening, there are a lot of opportunities outside of where I am right now, which like working with kids and like working in a school and working in a therapy center, that helps me understand that in the future, I don't really want to work with kids anymore, but I would rather work in a therapy center. I'd rather work with people who actually directly need my help rather than working with kids as a whole. And that also helped me like in the future, like now I know that there are certain countries I can live in as a citizen rather than living as a tourist. Because Costa Rica, when I lived there, I'd rather live there as a tourist than actually someone there, because the culture is so intrinsic, if that makes sense. So internal. So in the beginning, all the little kids were like really nervous and really shy about me. But at some point, they would come up to me with Spanish and they'd like talk to me and like ask me questions and ask me to help them. And it was just great. It was just a great time at that point. So this was like 5 weeks after I came in. So like I spent more time there. The one thing I would say is just be out there. Like, be open to opportunities, be open to people talking, be open to learning the language. Like, if it's a language you don't know or not your primary language that's being spoken in the country, be open to making mistakes and sounding pretty weird. Like, it's gonna happen, and it's part of the learning process. I would just like to say that, like, in general, the whole study abroad thing and the whole intern abroad thing, it's a great opportunity. It's a great way to learn about yourself. Like, I learned a lot about myself, not just like professionally, but also personally, because I was by myself in a country that I'd never been in before, having to learn all these rules and all these languages and everything, and work with all these different people. And it felt like a lot at first, but those are honestly just part of the process, and you just have to learn to trust the process. And I trusted the process, and I came out with a lot of memories and like just being grateful, honestly, to be part of something so big.